Welcome back to the Slackin' Off podcast. I'm your host, Crawler, and we're gonna keep it kind of chill today because all we've got is Goody here with us.
Jawohl, comrades.
It's just the two of us today. We've had a wild week. Yeah. The reason
Yeah.
we've missed last week because I came
Yeah.
down with the sickness. One that was fun, and then Thanksgiving had everybody sort of just not on top of it. I mean, I couldn't participate. It made me so sad.
He
Ugh,
opened up his hate and let it flow into me.
I don't want to continue. But yeah, no. So I got the vid, and then
Yeah, that
everybody
sucks.
else did Thanksgiving, and we were just kind of like, you know what? Let's just let people enjoy Thanksgiving, and so we didn't do anything that week. We should have let y'all know, but we're all super bad with social media, so
Mm-hmm.
let the content creators, the video
I mean,
creators,
our
suck at
name
us.
kind of our name kind of speaks for itself, don't it?
You know, you're right. It does kind of speak for itself. We are.
Right.
This is our job. We're doing it professionally, and I guess we've got it. We're on brand. We're on brand.
Yeah.
My bad. If you thought I was lying, well now I've proven my case.
He still got COVID.
Well, it's not contagious anymore, so
Right.
I'm just I'm dealing with a lingering cough that's supposed to stay. Like it's just gonna stay for a
Yeah.
while.
No, I had COVID when it first started coming around.
Hmm.
Like, I mean, like that was like late 2019, early 2020.
Yeah, yeah,
I got it like right when February came around. At least I think,
yeah.
because
It was
I
sometime
had
around
like
there.
a fever. I had a fever for like a day,
Hmm.
and
Same.
my mom and my stepdad also had like they had a worse fever, but they pulled through. I was fine in like a day.
Yeah.
My mom was fine after a couple days, and my stepdad afterwards.
Well, and like the
Then
first day
oh
was like bad brain fog, and then the fever set in, and then the second day I had that same fever, but the brain fog was kind of going. Like I was
oh
just
well
gone.
like first
Like I couldn't
like I'm
distinguish
talking
shit.
about like the first time I think I got it, which I didn't
Oh,
get
that
anything.
random, yeah, that random like, oh, I'm not feeling too well, and then you were
I
just
just
good.
had it. Oh, I'm not feeling well. Oh,
You
can you
good?
hear that?
No, I just heard oop, and then you went silent.
All right, good. She stopped. The cat was using the shit box. I
Oh,
just I didn't want that to be audible.
yeah, content.
Not like the act of her using it being audible,
Yeah,
but
just
she
come,
fucking
just
scratches the side of it like a dumbass.
incredibly loud grunting comes from your cat. You're wondering if there's another human in your room. It's
Let's
just
say I've never heard her like grunt or do
oh,
anything for her
like
fucking cat box. If I
she
did, I'd be concerned.
it like echoes in your room.
She takes some pretty big shits though. She takes some human-sized shits. What were we talking about?
Well, before clicking record, we you had like a story that you wanted to tell, but other than that, we were just talking
I should
about how
tell
we were
that.
feeling with COVID.
I should tell that probably later on.
All right,
Oh,
cool.
COVID. Right. Second time I had COVID, which was more recent, where we all had it. We
Hmm.
had that variant, the one that gives you the brain fog,
Yeah.
and that sucked for a couple of days. I remember getting so frustrated trying to do schoolwork. I'm just like fucking looking at it, and then I
I had trouble
shit you not.
standing.
I would just get up from what I was doing and then go walk around my house until I like for like
Yeah,
a
and you
few
had no
minutes
clue what you were
until
doing.
I was just like, what the fuck? Why did I
Yeah, like why did I just stand up and move over somewhere else?
like without really any thought as to reason.
Yeah, like
It
no
was just
thought process behind it.
it sucked.
Dude,
And but then that went away, and
yeah, that was
the
probably the
whole
most
rest of the
difficult.
time, the whole rest of the time, we were pretty much just uh watching The Walking Dead. Me and my brother and Tristan, we fucking binged it.
Hmm.
Tristan was stuck at my house too
Yeah,
with
like
COVID.
what got me was like the brain fog and then the fever. That combo is like, dude, I just wanted to like clock out of reality for a bit because my
I
problem
will
is
say,
like I can't fall asleep in the like I can't take naps. It's gonna sound stupid, but like I can't take naps. So if I'm awake, I'm awake, and I'll try to close my eyes. I'll try to nap,
and
but
your
I'll
character is a fucking cat, and
But like I'll be alert with everything. I'll know what's going on, who's passing by, what the TV is playing, who's in the kitchen. Like I just know. So
yeah,
it just sucked. I was sitting there on a recliner that first
my
day.
door's not very
It just
soundproof, so I can.
oh well, I
And
was in the family room because I really couldn't make it to my room, so I just went. You know what? Fuck it. I'll
well, I
take a
mean,
blanket and just die for
you
a
knew the
bit.
situation at my old house with
Oh yeah,
the window, so I could literally hear any at so at my
everything
previous
and anything
home,
all of the time.
um, I lived in or my room was the Zen room, which is it's called the
It's a
Florida room.
yeah.
And if for people who aren't from Florida don't know what that is, it's basically a patio that's been turned into a room with a shit ton of windows
Yeah, it's
and
kind of
a
like a
and like a
viewing
and like
room.
a glass door that goes it like French doors that go
Yeah,
in.
it's kind of like a viewing room. You know, it's a room just full of windows, so you could just look out and about.
And
But the thing is,
and
you used to live in
well
the forest,
because
though.
because it was it used to be a patio, so it used to be outside. So those walls are
Ah, yeah,
really
yeah.
thick and insulated. You get what
Oh,
I'm
well, it's gonna
saying?
get hot.
No, 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 it wouldn't get hot. I'm not talking about insulation with heat. I'm talking about insulation with sound.
Hmm.
That fucking room was the most soundproof room in the house. Taking a nap in there was like the best. You
Almost like
literally
sensory deprivation.
pretty much like because those were like the windows are outside windows,
Hmm.
so you're not supposed to be able to hear from
Yeah,
inside the house from outside, if you get what I'm saying.
yeah, yeah. It's like when you have windows at the front of the house when cars drive by. It's not as loud hearing it
It's
inside than
supposed
when
to
you're
be
supposed to be outside.
soundproof,
Yeah, it's
so
keeping
they
the house
took
quiet.
like that patio and then gave it like walled it in with more soundproof walls and windows, and then that just became a room, and that's why we call it the Zen room.
Yeah, you just had one
Now,
hell of a time in there. Just
well, here's the problem. By the time it came around being my room, because we lived in this house for 10 years and I bounced
yeah,
around, uh, well, I didn't bounce around. I went from having the room upstairs to that,
going
Zen
downstairs and
room.
being in the Zen room.
Be um, but here's the thing. Uh, like a couple years prior to me living in that room, my sister went to uh like I guess pull a stupid ass prank on her friend and like tried to report it. And she went into the Zen room like through the kitchen and
Just
she went over to the glass and there like the glass was like looking in like you could look into the sofa like in the living room and her friend was right there looking at the TV and then she went to hit the glass and scare her friend. Now, she did it and she fucking punched the glass like with like the side of her hand, like you know how Sebastian broke his broke his
yeah, yeah.
hand. She hit it
Just
like
slam.
yeah, she wanted to hit it like that, and her friend didn't react. Or no, sorry, her friend did react. Then my sister was like, "Oh, let's do it on film.
Let's
Like
do it again
let's do it again. Let's get it on
on
film
the same
from the
spot on the
top."
same window.
yeah, on the same spot, the same window, and then she went to fucking record it, and like it was gonna be like staged, and she went to smack that window, and it's shattered. Like she completely shattered that window.
Dude,
So
it's kind of
by
like,
the time that I was living in that room, and we never fixed that window ever.
oof.
We just never got it
You
fixed,
didn't even
and
attempt the duct
you
tape
don't
route?
you don't know how many problems that broken window caused for me. It didn't just it wasn't just like I could hear everything going on in the
Well,
house.
essentially, then it would
It
have been
was
amplified, wouldn't it?
well,
Like, kind of?
first off, yeah, like it kind of yeah, like um
Living
and
in basically a big old speaker.
well, like first off, it was hard to have privacy, and I pretty much covered up like all of the windows. Like I mean, the outside windows had their
Yeah, they had the
curtains,
blinds.
obviously. There was two windows going into the kitchen. The window on the door because it was an outside patio door. Actually, it was an old fashioned like barn door that has like where like you can detach the bottom from the top.
Yeah.
Uh, and that was the main door that we used to get in and out because the glass French doors they were always blocked off by something, and my rack of clothes was in front of it, and on the other side of it was the sofa, so we just didn't use that door ever.
Man, what a wild,
Now,
like this setup.
the reason I say that it didn't just cause problems for me with noise is because there was a whole situation you probably remember with um my stepbrother's
Oh shit!
ex-girlfriend's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
cat. This fucking cat would infiltrate my room like a
I remember that we were online when you were we were playing. Like,
fucking MI6 agent. It just infiltrate the room
I
and
forgot what we
freak the
were
shit out of
playing.
my cat. And oh my god, it would piss me off so much.
And then you had to like block the area with like a piece of furniture or
Oh,
something, and it was still
well,
to get it would try to get in still.
here's the thing. I had kept it blocked from the inside,
Mm-hmm.
like for a long time, and I had the window up so that the bottom part was up because I to keep my cat in my room at night
Yeah.
because my cat, she's not just a house cat, she's my cat, so when she moves out she's gonna be with me, and so she kind of lives with me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
If
wanted to
that's
do
just
that, but like I don't have enough space in my room because I want a dog. So, but
right,
I don't have enough
right,
space.
but yeah,
Wait until I move out for that one.
right. Anyways,
But
lost my train of thought again.
you were the blocking the cat in, keeping your cat in your room.
Right, yeah, I was keeping my cat in my room at night, and then just because of what I just said, and I didn't think I ever had to think about um like that as a problem because um when she was trying to like get out of the room through that window, which there was a point in time where I just didn't give a shit. Like she could come and go from my room.
As she
It'd be
pleases.
3 in the morning, and I'd hear her ass come in through the window, which she had to come into the window and get not bust her ass trying to get onto the dresser, crawl on my Xbox, and jump from that to the bed.
Your cat isn't the most elegant of cats either.
No, she really isn't. Like she can't. She climbs. She can't jump. She has to like find a strategic route up to things if she wants to get up. She can really only jump like as tall as she is.
And proceeds to use that
Anything
jumping
anything
prowess
that's
to
above
sit in
her
front
head,
of me and
anything
slap
that's
me in the head
above
with
her
her
head is a
tail.
challenge for her. She's not like morbidly obese, like she's fat, yeah, but
No,
she's also
it's a lot of. There's
big.
also a lot of fluff.
yeah, there's also a lot of fluff there too. She's pretty much like on the low spectrum of obese cats. Like she's still considered healthy.
Hmm.
She, she's only like 12 pounds. She's not like a
She's not like a
25-pound
Norwegian forest
monster.
cat, where it's like 20 pounds a cat.
20, like 23, 24 pounds if you
Yeah,
feed nothing but
chunky
wet
boy.
food.
Yeah, but but your cat was just never the stealth type.
Yeah, but so it was just such a fucking headache. Like having to proof the inside of my room for my cat not to get out, and then have to proof the outside so that that fucking cat couldn't get in. Like, because
I
there
remember
was
the
only one
struggle.
window. I couldn't uh keep the window down. Like, I kept the window down to keep her from going through the bottom of the window.
Hmm.
Um, and then when she started going into the top, I just kind of blocked that off with shit
Yeah.
on the other side, and that seemed to work. But then this cat was coming into the top,
What was its name? Like
so I was
Milo or something?
Milo,
Yeah.
Milo. This cat was coming in through the top, so then I had to raise the window up, which left the bottom open, which then the cat was trying to fucking get through there, which was pissing me off. You want to know what my solution was?
Oh,
My
please.
solution was there was an antique dress, like a turquoise antique dresser that was like easily 60 years old, maybe more. Because my mom said that she remembered it when she was a kid. Like it was her mom's,
Yeah.
and it was kind of there, like up against the window, but there was still some like a bit of space.
Hmm.
There was just enough space to where I got. You're gonna laugh at this.
Oh
I
boy.
got like a big picture, like this like big picture frame that has this like memorial thing of my great grandma and
No.
grandpa from when they passed away. That has like newspaper clippings and different stuff about them actually, like of like them in the news, and
Yeah, kind
my
of like I
great
have for my grandpa.
grandfather was a war vet, and
You
it,
literally
it it
went.
was that. But so I used that. I put it up against the bottom window.
Grandparents protect me.
Right. Well, I had to put it up against the bottom window with that side facing the window. So when I would go to sleep, that their faces were behind my TV.
They were staring
Uh,
at you from beyond,
like
just
just
looking
like on the
at you.
bottom, like I could look over and see them. And they're the exact same photos. Actually, you're gonna laugh at this too. Um, we have their ashes up in
Oh boy.
or had their ashes up in the living room with the same photos that's on that picture frame.
Hmm.
And when we moved them to here, my mom put them in a fucking beer cooler.
Chill out, grandma. Stick her in the
I would say
beer
now,
cooler.
like before you say that's fucked up, my great grandpa would have laughed at that.
Oh, I'm in full. I'm okay with doing that. That's just funny.
And
Imagine.
like not even like a nice one. It's like made of styrofoam.
Yeah, it's a hillbilly one. It's kind of like
Right,
the AC unit my dad made for my mom when she was doing real bad cancer wise. When
right.
he took like an old he took an old cooler, put some PVC in it, cut a hole open, attached a fan to it, and put ice in there so air would touch the ice, get cold, and blow out the tubing. And he made like this redneck AC cooler that like the AC unit that way, and it's now sitting in the
That's
backyard
awesome.
doing nothing.
Well, anyways, the so that cat would like when I put that picture there in front of the window, that cat would fucking paw at the side of it. Like he would literally get like hook his paw
Ethan
on the
Hunt
side of
his
it
way around.
and like actually yeah, like actually like pull it to
Mission
its side.
Impossible shit.
I not even yeah, and I was like, oh, this fucking cat, dude. So with that bit of space, it was like a maybe like half a foot of space between that antique dresser in the window. So what I did was I put that picture there again, which covered that whole pane and then some, and
Mhm.
then I stuffed a couch cushion right behind it, in between.
So it
Actually, I
couldn't move
stuffed
it.
two. I stuffed two in between that the dresser and the picture, so they couldn't move it. Yeah. Now I finally solved the problem of this fucking cat getting into my room. So what does he do?
Uses
He
a door.
wails like a goddamn banshee outside of the window where I can hear, like in like it's right next to me. I swear to God, it sounded like it was in the room still. So
Wailing like a ghost.
it's like it was so annoying. I mean, and the cat was so sweet and like really cute,
It
but
wanted to be by you, and you're just like,
holy
no.
fucking shit! I'm like, dude, I've got my own cat to take care of, and you are so annoying and just like filthy. Because
You
truth
dirty
be
cat.
told, his owner didn't really take care of him all that well.
Oh yeah. Now that's
Like,
a given.
and also, that cat wasn't even supposed to fucking be at the house. Like, it was like
You're
literally
coming to my house uninvited.
the condition for them living there was no new pets. Like,
Oh.
my stepbrother had his dog who was there, but then he passed away because he was old. Like, he was really old. I mean, I
Oh.
remember that dog when I was like a toddler.
Yeah.
Uh,
Popo.
so yeah, it was a little Chihuahua, actually.
Oh, that's
Actually,
okay.
the dad of my mom's dog,
Excuse me.
and my sister's dog.
Oh,
Little,
that's right.
yeah.
Yeah, you. That was weird. Learning that for the
Right.
first time, that was weird. I was just like, ah,
Right.
ah. All
But
right.
yeah. So that dog went away, and then um, his my stepbrother's girlfriend, she just brought the cat, like
Just
literally, like she
found
literally
it.
tried to hide it. No, she literally tried to hide it. Like I mean, I guess she just took it in,
Oh, look
like
at you, you little
for
animal.
some
Oh,
for
I'm
some
gonna grab
reason.
you.
He took
Yoink!
in a a responsibility
That they couldn't
when
handle.
she already had like a child, like like a baby,
Baby.
and
Baby!
other other problems, other
Yes.
drug related problems.
Yeah. Can't really add responsibilities to someone who's irresponsible. You know, that doesn't really
That's
have good
right.
outcome.
Except like that's it didn't make sense for her to even bring the fucking cat, and it was an explicit rule from my stepdad, the owner of the house, pretty much, like
Hmm.
no pets, no new pets, because uh uh my mom and stepdad have their dog, which is the from the
Lucifer.
first litter from my stepbrother's dog, Yo-Yo.
That damn dog Lucifer.
Right, right. Actually, my stepdad introduces her to people as with as her name's Lucy, but sometimes we call her Lucifer, is she can be a fucking nut.
Dude, it like when we came from bowling last week. Was it last week or was it the week before?
Might have been week before.
I
I
think
don't know.
yeah, it was the week before. But we came back from bowling.
It was
Like
right before he got sick.
yeah, well we let you walk in the house so that wouldn't have happened. But she started just going nuts anyway.
Yeah,
And then your cat
and
decided to
she's
sit
a
next to me and start slapping me in the head with its tail. That was funny. And then there's
yeah. She was
Josh's
pretty
dog
chill with
Isabel.
you. Oh yeah, Isabel's so sweet.
Yeah,
The banshee though.
your cat doesn't like when I try to pet her too much.
Right. Yeah, and that's like she'll tell you
Hmm.
like when she's done,
Yeah.
but I
But
promise you.
I ain't afraid of
I
being
promise you,
scratched.
she she won't do nothing to you. Not with the way that she was meowing at you. She was just that's just kind of the way that she talks.
Mm. Yeah, the random annoyance that she points out. You lift her up and she's like, "No, put me down," and you just don't care, and she just doesn't want to fight it.
Yeah, the only one she really doesn't do that to is me, and she still does that sometimes.
See,
But yeah,
and then we
so
have like
it was just
Tristan's cat. Now, Tristan's cat has
oh
like,
my god,
I don't know, it's got
Christmas
relationship
cat,
issues.
man.
I mean, it for some reason loves me.
Well, because it's known
Uh,
nothing but chill vibes from you.
I pet the cat. It comes up to me. I pet the cat some more. It
It's
walks away.
it's kind of seen both sides of me. It's seen both the chill vibes from me and the fucking nut job vibes
The
from me.
absolute nutcase.
But that was also, I mean, when we were younger.
Yeah. Well, plus like that cat. The only time it's like Tristan's cat. The only time it's really bothered me before is when I stayed over at Tristan's house. We watched I think we watched Independence Day. This was back when Tristan had like his old house and he had like the recliner in his room along with his
Yeah,
bed.
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah, yeah.
We watched Independence Day and we both were like passing out on the recliners. This cat just hopped up. Like first it tried to attack my ankles and I was like, "What the fuck?" And I looked down and it was just the cat. So I
Oh
raised my
yeah, yeah. She
legs.
does that.
Yeah,
Twilight does that. Yeah.
yeah. She raised the legs and she fell asleep in my lap and we were already dead ass tired. So we just sort of turned everything off and went to bed. I had the cat just there. And I don't even like hang around cats often. I have a dog. We have a family dog at our house. I
Right.
don't
Yeah, you're
like.
definitely kind of more of a dog person, but me and Tristan were cat people,
Yeah, the only
which
animals
is
that I
weird.
kind of don't really
Again,
care for
again, I'm gonna
is
point it
like.
out. Your character's a fucking cat.
Well, yours is a fox, so.
Yeah, and I fucking want one.
Well, like, you know, the only
As
real
soon as
animals that I don't
as soon as
care for too much are
domesticated
birds.
monsters come to a America, and I'm gonna get one. I mean, if I get a license, I could own one, but
Well, yeah.
they are
Or you just have one without the license, you know.
they're kind of a big responsibility, like more so than a dog or cat.
Yeah, well, they're kind of
They're
nutcases in
kind
their
of
own right.
right. They're a bit special. Like you have to handle them completely differently.
You need to put them in the separate classrooms, you know. Feed them graham crackers and some milk.
Oh, right, right. No, like you have to. Um, there's a lot that
Yeah,
you have to do.
you
I
need to call
follow a
the
couple
you need to
people.
call the sped teachers, you know.
I follow somebody on Instagram who fosters them, and like
Oh, that'll be a
she's talked
responsibility.
about. Right, yeah. I mean, she has like four of them. She talks
I
about
see
how
though.
like
I
they are a pretty big hassle if you are not like patient
yeah,
with
or
animals
determined. See,
or determined.
I'd rather like help out with a fox or something versus having a bird. I don't know. Something about birds and rodents, I just like my brain goes no. No.
I
Like some birds are okay. I mean, my uncle has an emu. Um
an emu,
and like I don't go near the
fucking
thing because
emu.
I haven't been around it long enough, so it'll definitely not like me.
Name's Waters.
But like for some reason like cockatoos, I can't. He like the birds he had I was okay with because like I kind of grew
Oh
up
my
around
god,
them,
you just reminded
but
me
I just like
of a
don't like
story
birds. And then
from my old school.
I also don't like rodents with their like little hands. I don't know, the hands bother me at times. Unless it's animated, the hands bother me. My
I think
brother
the
had
hands
a
are cute.
my brother had a guinea pig and I couldn't really look at it. I could like poke it on the nose and
I
walk
had a guinea
away.
pig.
I don't
I had a
know.
guinea. I had a dwarf hamster when I was
Like I'll pet
really
a
young.
snake, you know,
Like it.
but
Okay, in the same household, which
fuck spiders.
I only lived in this household for like a couple years. I have a spider story too. God, I have so many.
You live
Fuck
partially in the
spiders,
forest.
bro. Still do. Um,
You
but
trade you traded denser forest for mild
uh,
forest.
bird story.
Bird
So
story?
there was um, I don't think I might not have ever mentioned this, but
Probably not.
at my old school, um, this it was a shitty private school. I'll say that it was supposed to be pretty much what the school I'm going to now is, but it just devolved into like a problem child school, which I'm not a problem child.
You
Like,
gonna clear your name real quick? White it out on
well,
the books?
like like when it comes to teachers,
Oh no.
really I'm really good with. I mean, like, teachers literally talk to me at
Hmm.
that school like I am an
Oh
adult,
yeah.
like I am one of them.
One of us.
If literally anything is going on, they don't really trust everyone that much to like say things, but when it's me, they're like, oh well,
Yeah, it's like,
it's
oh, it's
Travis,
Travis.
it's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. It was the same when I was there. Remember? Like it was. I mean, it's been the
Right?
same
Yeah.
for a couple years for us because we've always held ourselves with such high self respect that people are like, yeah, all right, sure. Oh, we'll tell you what's up.
Right. Exactly. Well, so I mean, but this school was different. It was weird. And there were only like three teachers that I really got along
One of
with.
them was a priest, and he kept wanting me to go to confession. I just told him I didn't believe. And it was weird.
Actually, actually, if you count the priest guy, I would say four because I
Wait,
kind of did like him.
wait,
He
there
was
was a
cool.
priest.
Yeah.
I was making that up.
Yeah. No, there was like a preacher dude who
Don't tell me he gave you prayer beads and hit you with them. No, don't
no
don't
no
no don't let that be real.
no he was cool. He kind of he no I will say that dude kind of helped me get over some of my anger issues a little bit.
All right.
Like that dude was pretty cool. No, but I just didn't really consider him like a teacher because
Yeah.
he didn't.
Well, I mean, he's a priest. I don't think he's a teacher at that point. He's a
Right, right, but
he's
like
a
I
father.
mean, he was just like he was like a supervisor that would be there
He was
because it was
God's
also like
judgment in the
'cause
school.
it was a private school that was also like a daycare, like the same system.
Yeah, yeah,
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like it was supposed to be exactly what we're going to now.
yeah. What you're
I'm
going
going
to.
to now.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, like, it, what you're going to
Back to
now
the
is it.
fucking bird story.
All right, all right.
Let's say back to the fucking bird story. Just before we get too off
Caught up.
track. Um,
Going down the wrong
so there
storyline.
was um one of the years I went there, they decided to get a fucking bird for the school. Now they had already had like a bunny. I'm not sure if that bunny lived a long and happy life. I don't remember what happened to it, but I do remember there being a storm and it not being there anymore.
It just. Oh man, one
Well,
bad
because it's
storm. All
10
right,
was
let's go.
outside.
Let's go
It's
home,
10 was
kids.
outside, and then there was I mean,
Just
you live in
lightning
Florida, dude.
fucking.
Bad fucking tsunamis. We get them.
Lightning
Or
fucking
not
set.
tsunamis. Hurricanes.
Oh yes, a
I mean,
tsunami. This
hurricanes
rabbit
cause
in Florida.
tsunamis. Hurricanes can cause tsunamis.
Well, yeah, but I was expecting more of like the rabbits outside, and the hurricane comes, zaps the cage,
Not like
the
super
rabbit's gone.
awful tsunamis like an earthquake could. But
You're still
anyways,
defending that tsunami point. You're like there was a bunny and he got hit by a tsunami. I mean, well, tsunamis can happen in Florida. I'm like, yeah, but the building was fine. The tsunami was like, you know what? I'm gonna limit myself to one
no, it
portion
was
and wipe out that rabbit. It doesn't matter. That rabbit's on my shit list. It's going some. It's leaving now.
no, I like that.
Well, I didn't say you didn't like the rabbit. I said the rabbit was on the tsunami shit list. It protected
Oh,
the school. It was like the school can stay. I'll keep the water contained, but I'm gonna wipe out that rabbit. It's
well,
only
yeah. So,
quarrel it
anyways,
had.
so they got this fucking bird, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess, um, they went to they tried to take it out. Like they went into one of the the enclosed classrooms,
Mm-hmm.
which was the at the time I believe the Spanish room. Which remember the story about the Spanish teacher? Oh yeah. Which if not, I can tell that right afterwards.
Yeah, I think so.
Um, well, with this bird, I don't know why it was let out in this room, like for what reason or
Just
whatever.
let the
But
bird
I, I,
loose.
I just remember like a whole commotion, and then me and my friend at the time, James, uh, we went over to see like, all right, what the fuck's up? And they were like, oh, well, like the bird got let loose in the classroom, and now we need help catching the bird. So
How are you supposed to?
yeah, it was this fucking like cockatiel, like a blue and yellow bird, or not blue and yellow, like gray and yellow bird.
Mm-hmm.
It 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 was a parrot, but I don't think it was one that could talk.
Yeah, some can't, some can.
Yeah, it was
Like
it
my
it was a
uncle
it
had
was one of
two. He had a blue parrot and he had a red parrot. For some reason, the blue one would talk more than the red one, and the red one was this one that is the kind that talks, while the blue one shouldn't. So he named him Payaso, which means clown in Spanish. And
the.
and that was the one bird I was okay with. Like he was always it was always weird to me because I would hang out with a bird and it would yell at my brother because my brother was kind of a quick little retard, and at that same time my uncle lived in the Keys, Key Largo, and he lived right on a canal.
Montego,
So baby, don't why don't we go down too?
Kokomo.
He lived
Haha.
he lived in the Keys and he had like this canal, and I'll let Travis finish his bird story because I got a story about that canal actually, but Brandon would get too close and everyone would be like, no, Brandon, don't, no, Brandon. So the bird picked up on no Brandon, so it would say that often.
That's funny.
Yeah, but before I get to the canal thing, I'll let you finish your bird story.
Yeah, so we had to. I'm pretty sure we literally spent like an hour trying to corral this bird into a cage. And
Mm.
uh, my friend at the time, James, his dad like worked with birds. Like his dad's like a specialist in
Uh, I just
And
died a little bit. It's fine.
like I just kind of thought it was funny that like he went in there like, don't worry, I know a thing or two about birds. My dad's good with birds, and then
Got mauled by a
it took
bird.
us fucking like hour and a half trying to get this thing. And I'm pretty sure the way we got it was we used my jacket.
You beat the
We
bird with a
used
jacket.
no, we
You
beat it
just
with
threw
the
your
jacket.
jacket at
We
it.
no like we used the jacket as like a net almost.
You
We
put
weren't like I mean I'm pretty sure at a few points we did get pissed off enough to like try to just like
like
grappling net like
put a
throw the
rock
jacket at
in the
it and get
sleeve.
stuck.
Put a
But
rock
no,
in the
like
sleeve. Tie the end of the sleeve and then swing it. Boom. Like a
we were pretty much just trying to like
makeshift club.
corral it like with my I wasn't doing it. It was James.
You just watched him
Um
do it. Woo! You got this. Yeah,
well I
go.
well no I was trying to help get the bird like into a place where it couldn't go to where it had to go nowhere but past him
Yeah.
so that he could get it.
Put baby in
But
the corner.
that shit sucked. That that fucking bird wasn't even that cool.
Mhm. Yeah, with see, like I don't like birds. I think it's mostly because my mom doesn't like them, and that it's kind of like a thing that I've had when I was younger. So, but like whenever we went to my uncle's,
I like some
um,
birds.
he had the parrots were okay, and I was in the process of being okay with the cockatoos, like the ones that stick the head like mohawk up.
All right.
He had a couple of those as well, and I was starting to be okay with those. But like I always was fine around the dogs, the cats, the ferrets he had. Those were fun to hold. damn things are just nuts. But with the canal, all his dogs were like terriers, so like small dogs. And he brought them. He used to have a boat, and he would take the canal out. He'd go out to open sea, and take the dogs with him. And dogs would swim, and he would swim, all that fun stuff. One of the times, when I was there with my Uncle Pete, he was talking about we were talking about the canal and other stuff, and I was standing by the edge of it. Well, I got my sandals on, I have my swim trunks on, because I mean, it's in Florida, you're in the Keys, you're not gonna be wearing normal pants,
Right.
So, and all the dogs are there. The dogs get out of the canal, and I slipped and I fell into the canal, and I was probably about 10, and if that, I was probably maybe like 8. I was young, and I look up and I'm in this canal, like I'm in close to the middle-ish, and there's a damn barracuda in there with me. Because this canal is salt water. It goes straight out to the open ocean. And I kind of freaked, obviously, as any normal kid would, because like I was into marine biology when I was younger. I know, Travis, you were too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
that's something we have in common, actually, which is weird.
I saw that fish, and I went, shit, that's a barracuda. I'm wearing a watch, and I have glasses on.
Oh, yeah. I would have thought this. I would have had the same thought process.
I have glasses. I've had glasses since kindergarten. So when I fell in, and I saw that thing, and my uncle goes, James, swim to the surface now. If you keep kicking, you'll be fine. And I was, I understood that, but at the same time, as a kid, I freaked out because there's a barracuda and I was wearing shiny objects. So, I got to the edge and they grabbed me and pulled me out. But I was just like, that moment, I was just like, oh no. I did not want to hop into that canal for a while. Because, I mean...
Definitely an anal clenching moment.
Well, at the same time, there hadn't been a fish there that we'd seen that was like that, it was just normal fish, and I'm cool around fish and shit. That's fine. I mean, I'm in the water. I enjoy the ocean. I'm not one of those people who is like scared deathly of the ocean. My brain doesn't like it when you do a drop off, but I think that's more of like my fear of heights than fear of the ocean. Because like I just don't.
Depths.
I don't like the feeling of falling, which is why I don't like roller coasters too often. I don't like that falling feeling. I'm okay with being up high if there's ground beneath me and like if I'm sort of secure, but like, ugh, I can't do falling feeling. I hate that. That's why I kind of lost it in the Gringotts bank ride at Universal, but I think
I can do heights. Like heights aren't really that much of a problem for me.
Mm-hmm. Well, if it reaches a certain point, I'm like, yeah, I'll die. I'll be fine. Whatever. If I fall from here, I'm dead. It's fine.
I mean, I wouldn't say that. Some people have survived like falls from 2,000 feet.
Yeah,
miraculously.
But are they 250? So you gotta. Are they aiming to land on their neck? Is the difference too. They gotta be like me. You're 2,000 feet up. You self-adjust to land on your neck.
Sacrifice them legs, man.
I've already done that, and I'm good.
Do them again. I mean, if it's between your life and your legs,
tilt the head, land on the neck. You'll be golden. Don't need to save yourself. Just slam that neck as hard as you can into the ground. Be quick and be painless. You won't feel a thing. You'll be half splattered across the ground, but it's fine. They may have to pick up your remains. You may have to have a closed casket funeral, but you won't live to feel the pain. And I think that's the better option.
Open casket funerals are kind of weird.
Oh, yeah, they are. I mean, if my family wants an open casket funeral when I die, go cool with them. I find it kind of weird to be able to see the person. Plus, it's like, okay, that's not really the person anymore. You know, their soul is gone. They dead. I don't really need to see them. You know, I feel like this is kind of weird. I don't know that. I'm probably alone on that regard. I know a lot of people prefer like to see them one last time kind of thing. And I'm like, uh,
Tristan wants to have a
eh.
Viking funeral.
Dude, that would. I'm gonna teach if I have kids.
What
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
teach them how to
what I
fire an
mean by
arrow.
Viking funeral, I mean Tristan
You
wants
goddamn send them on a
to,
boat and light them on fire.
yeah, Tristan wants
Ooh.
to like send out his dead body onto a little wooden raft
And hit
and
it with a
send it out
flaming
onto a
arrow.
body of water, and then have one of his brothers hit it with a flaming, or both of them hit it with flaming arrows to light it on fire
I
and
mean,
cremate his body out on the water,
I don't know if.
which is pretty fucking
I mean,
cool.
it's
But
awesome.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he'd be allowed to do that since it's
Um,
like a not a controlled fire.
well, technically it's controlled since it's on the water. So yeah.
Well, true, but I just don't know the restrictions of having a fire out on water like that.
At the same time, if you find like if you make a if you rent out like a private property, it won't really matter anyway. The
True.
legality of it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like if you had a lake in your backyard, you could go and
Yeah,
do that.
you could just do it, and no one could stop you. They'd be like, "Oh well, you know, just make sure the fire doesn't do anything else."
Yeah, just be careful, pretty much.
Bro, that would be sick though to go out like Viking style. Put have a custom made axe. Put your hands on the axe over your heart. They wrap you up
Right.
like a mummy, stick you on a boat, and light that boat on fire. That'd be sick. I want. I have no plans for when I die, because it's a little early. I haven't really thought of it because I haven't
Right.
haven't been thinking of that kind of thing yet. But Viking
Right.
funeral
Best
seems
I
to be
can
one of
come
the
up
cooler
with,
ones.
like, at the current is just, I don't know, fucking
I
cremate me or some shit.
my problem is I feel like cremation is so like expensive. You know?
Well, I know that some of my organs are getting donated, I think.
Oh, neat. I
I think that's on my my ID.
I want to. You know what?
I'm a donor.
I kind of want to be buried
My
raw.
mom just signed me up to be a donor, and she's just like, it's whatever.
I didn't. My organs are staying to myself, you filthy savages. You can't have my organs. It's not like you'd want them anyway.
I mean, if somebody makes $20,000 off my liver, it's fine. I don't care.
Oh, if we're making money, then sure. Change a heart real quick. I I think I want to find a way to
I mean, if
just
I'm
to be
already
buried
dead, what the
raw.
fuck am I gonna care?
As long as they don't use my organs
I got
to
pretty,
create a
I got pretty
clone.
good eyes. They could make 30 grand on my eyes.
I got a great immune system, but that's a I don't know. Don't know how you'd
I mean, yeah,
harvest that.
I've got healthy skin. Skin's, I don't know how much skin is per square inch.
I don't know. We both got working
Testicles are a
nuts.
big
Yeah,
one.
yeah. Free
I've got
20K for
two
one.
working testicles.
Yep. Two working kidneys.
I'd say my organs are pretty harvestable.
Yeah, we both have pretty harvestable organs. It's depending if we want them to have our organs or not.
I mean,
If you create a clone of me,
I'm dead.
I'll
I
be
don't
very
care.
sad. I'll
Like,
be sad if you create a clone. That clone will have postpartum depression.
I said maybe. I guess the problem with cremation is that I guess if you believe in ghosts, that wouldn't leave behind a ghost.
Shit, I
So,
don't want to leave behind a ghost. Like,
well,
I mean, I don't believe in it,
I've
but
always said that if I ever die, I'm gonna haunt Tristan,
dude, I don't.
just so that like he can prove the actual existence of
Of a
ghosts,
ghost,
and
you
just
just
so that
chilling,
I can
eating
fuck with him
chips.
from beyond the grave.
Goddamn, just eating chips on
And
the
just
in his
whisper like
room.
just whisper like, "You're affected."
Tristan, where'd you put the snacks? I'm getting kind of hungry. You're a ghost. How the fuck are you eating? Uh, habit. I would like to find a way to not like have a casket, you know? Almost like it just open, like no casket, just bury in a hole somewhere. Cause like I feel like a casket is just like a waste of
That's what I mean.
space. You know?
If you cremate me, you can put me in the living room. That's a nice decoration.
Hang up as a picture frame. Season some food with it. You know?
Just put me in a shoebox.
Well, I'd rather like I think one of the things I've told like my parents, I think I'd rather like be buried and then have like somebody plant something on top of me. So like the so like
You
the
become one with the earth.
the decomposing of the body would like actually be useful, you know? Instead of just
Hey,
sitting in a casket.
that's exactly what the Indians used to do.
Yeah.
Whenever,
Grow some
whenever,
corn off my
whenever their
corpse.
people. Well, that's why there's fucking Indian burial grounds and shit, and why they're so sacred.
Mm-hmm.
Because they would literally mass pile their fucking bodies. Like, well, I mean, like they'd use them to help their crops grow.
Yeah,
So
like help, you know,
by
I
the,
feel
I
like
mean,
it'd be
by
nice
the
to do
time
something
they
like
were
that.
done doing that, they had already buried like hundreds of their thousands of their people,
Yeah.
uh, just through generations of farming.
Mm-hmm.
Like, up, well, uh, uh, little little bull bitch is dead. We can use him to help the squatch grow.
Oh, Lil Bull bitch is gonna help the Squatch grow. Helping out the
I tried to
Squatch.
come up with like an Indian like tribe name,
You
and it just nothing came to my head.
you could have just gone the whole like overly normal route and said Littlefoot or something like that.
I was gonna say
Screaming
that's what I mean.
Eagle.
I was gonna say some shit like that, but it just didn't come to me.
Yeah, but like I think that's what I would like to try and do. Because like I feel like that makes the most out of my death besides just like, oh look, you're dead. Cool. I don't, you know, that's one of the things like I never really got was like people burying themselves in a casket and then just like I feel like the casket is like so elaborate for no reason.
No,
If I ain't going to sleep
whole
in it, it
the
shouldn't.
whole point the whole point is to just preserve the body,
Yeah, I feel like
so
I
that
want to do the
just so
opposite.
that your like physical body is, I mean, it's out of sight, but it's not like like it's right there if you go to
Mhm.
the cemetery. Like it's
Yeah.
just right there, 6 feet under, and it's like it.
If you can,
Yeah, I don't know.
if by using my corpse you can grow a patch of land that has food, just put up a little sign that says "Here lies so and so." This corpse has created this. There you go. That's. I think that's all I need. If there's a procession, somebody better make a Star Wars pun while I'm like dead.
I guess I guess we'll see where what our views are on this in like 5, 10 years. We'll see if this changes at all.
In 5, 10 years, we just want to kill ourselves now and get it over with. We're just done with it. We're like, yeah, you know what? I think I've lived a healthy life. I'm only 22. It's
Oh, I mean, I didn't mean all that.
the extra baggage is really getting to me. Oh, dude. Okay, you know what was annoying that first couple of days when I wasn't feeling well. I'm going way off topic
So,
here. We only have one bathroom right now because my bathroom is getting redone, and my pop vinyls were
oh,
falling off the shelf onto my computer.
oh,
I've like, and I was like, okay, yeah, I get it. The bathroom needs to be done, but we took off some of them, and then I look over and I have like one of Midoriya, and it was almost fall. It was like hanging on by his shoe. The only ones up there right now are like both Daredevils, Batman, Beyond. Freaking Nathan Drake has fallen over, and the rest of them are like in like a cover. And I was sitting there and I really couldn't do anything because it was that day I wasn't feeling well. And I look over and I'm like, no, no, please. And I just hear a slam. And I look over and I knew what happened. I just didn't want it to be real. So I look over and it was a pop vinyl fell on top of my computer. And all I heard was the computer turn on. And I was like, oh man. Oh man. And speaking of computers, my freaking desktop was, the delivery date was pushed till December 30th. I'm sad. It got pushed all the way to December 30th.
Yeah, it sucks.
Mm-hmm. But I guess that gives us more time to come up with games we want to play for the channel. And I mean, the only reason I'm like slightly upset about that is because like I had ideas. I guess I'll just say them now because I'm gonna do them anyway, even if they know or not. On my own personal channel, I was hoping to upload. I was hoping to start like a walkthrough of the Alan Wake remaster because I didn't get to play all of it when I've played it before.
Walkthrough or a playthrough?
A playthrough, like
Okay.
blind playthrough kind of deal. And you know, Tristan said he wanted to be in on it, and I'm like, yeah, I'll upload it to my channel, but you guys can be there in the background if you want. So I mean,
I'm cool with that, yeah.
yeah, and hopefully I can figure out the whole situation there where I have like my own Wi-Fi, so then I can stream it to you guys, and you guys can be on in the background. I can stream and record it at the same time. But yeah, like I was hoping to have that computer. To
Having
be able
our
to
own
do stuff.
having our own individual channels will
will help.
I say, I mean, like will help. We've got this main channel of ours where we're planning to do a bunch of shit together. Our individual channels could even just be like archive channels for like streams.
Either that, or we can just do our own stuff anyways. Like, if
Or
you
just
do want to do
be
it.
like a place for anything. Like if we want to do like a solo let's play,
Yeah, kind of like do you know who 8-Bit Ryan is?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like him and his friend Ryan, on YouTube, his Bazamalam and 8-Bit Ryan. They used to do 8-Bit gaming together.
Yeah.
They still do from time to time, but they branched out and they have their own channels, and they still come and do their channel together. So I'd like to do something like that, you know, because I've always wanted to do this anyway. So
I have too. I've just never been old enough for it.
Yeah, to understand what's going on.
Or to
There's
I just like have the sense to be like funny for an audience.
yeah, well there
I've just
are
always,
videos
I've always just been that viewer wanting to be viewed, I guess.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
there's videos
wanting to
I
do
had
exactly
that will
what I'm
never see the
watching.
light of day. They got deleted by me, so you will never find them. But I had these videos where I used to record straight from my phone to YouTube of me taking my phone as if it was its own sort of like POV of a character.
Oh, dude, that's cool.
And like I had that, and I remember the girl I liked when I was in 6th grade found him, and I went, oh shit. So I'd like deleted all of them.
Yeah, damn.
That was funny. But no,
I'm pretty sure somewhere on
deep
YouTube,
in the eternal depths of the darkness.
deep in the eternal depths of YouTube, there's like a 7-8-year-old video of it's really low quality, and
Kind of like the one I did of Injustice.
it was literally like, no, it must have even been like 9 years. It was back when YouTube was like new.
Oh damn!
And,
Okay, yeah.
not like new, like not like 15 years ago, no.
No, it was like yeah,
But
it was like popping off.
like
You know, when you could customize the backgrounds,
like yeah,
like
like when YouTube
MySpace.
had been around for like a few years,
Hmm.
and like people like Smosh and Julian Smith and
Yeah, so
PewDiePie were
like
like
8
super
or so
popular
years ago.
back then.
Yeah.
Because I remember doing this when I was a kid. We played fucking you know what like when you're in a pool, you know what the game Chicken is, right?
Yeah, when
You get on somebody
it
else's
runs back.
shoulders and try to
Yeah.
knock off the other person.
Yeah.
Right.
I was never
There's
the
a
person on the
old as
shoulders, but yeah.
I was always the person on the shoulders because I mean fucking you look at
Lightweight,
me, I'm yeah, tiny. I was
skinny.
always the tiny one, so I would be the one who would be on top, who would uh cling on for dear life, and like it was ultimately up to the person supporting me
Hmm.
as to whether or not we went down because I could stay on. But yeah, there's an old video of me somewhere on. I don't think it's ever been deleted. We never deleted it, and I never posted it. It was somebody else like who was there. They were just like, oh cool, like let's post it to YouTube.
Let's post it to
I was
YouTube.
What's up, my creepy
I was like
crawlies, and welcome to the
I must
channel.
have been
Whether
like
you found me
9,
by accident
10,
Yeah.
but I remember finding it one time when I was in like middle school just to find it, and then I never found it again.
Yeah, those videos that I had are just gone. And then I have videos of like that I did for class, which is like one is like a 5 minute interview with a realtor technically, and the other ones are like shorts and
Yeah,
that I had to do for the channels that for that class as well, which those probably have seen the light of day. Um, I'm not sure if she uploaded them or not, but they were done and they might be out. I'm not sure, but it's not like I'll say anything yet about that. No, no. Oh, we're running a little long today. Okay, we're 2 minutes over. I guess. Well, I guess we're not
oh
running long, but we're yeah a little bit. Um, yeah, this was a bit more of a chill kind of, just the two of us this run, because
yeah,
week's been kind of hefty.
and we want to put these out, so I
Yeah,
mean,
we want to keep a schedule, keep you guys actually having
we,
content.
we we pretty much all agreed if someone can't be there, someone can't be there.
Yeah, and we just went. I know, like we know you guys want to have all of us, hopefully, because there's a good dynamic between the four of us,
Yeah,
and it does get funny here and there. I will
at least
agree.
thankfully there's still a pretty good dynamic between the two of us.
Yeah, it wasn't a long awkward silence at any point.
No,
Um,
yeah,
but yeah,
we're both pretty much talking.
if you guys do have ideas for games that I can write down later, leave them in the comments. If there ever is any, then I will look through and if
Oh
it's
well,
not me, it's one of
so
the
yeah,
other
if there
three.
are any comments, we're gonna see them.
Yeah, we're gonna
And
take our time to look
if
at them.
if you suggest a game that that we
We can get
find
a hold of,
interesting,
or yeah, we can either get a hold of or it's interesting. Then we can definitely look at it and see about either doing a one-off or a series. And
yeah,
as always, if you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. And we still are on Spotify. I still will get this up there. It will be just the hopefully it'll be out by Friday or tomorrow if I'm
yeah,
able to get work on it. But it should be out.
we'll see.
Anyways, until next time, see ya.
Ciao, y'all.